This is Boxing Chit Chat. I've got Adam Carberry, mate. How you doing? You alright?
Alright, mate. I'm all good.
Just want to talk. Start off with your debut. How did that go? Did you feel any extra nerves when you did your debut the other day?
Do you know what? It was in the amateurs. I always got nervous before fights and that, but I wasn't getting that nervous feeling this time around, and I thought it might work against me actually. But then when I come to the bottom of the stairs, it all hit me. Then the noise everyone made, it all drained out of me. There was no nerves left after that noise. So
Yeah. And how do you think your performance went on the night?
I was happy with it, to be fair. Obviously with having the two cancelled before, like I was more than ready, to be honest. I just wanted to get in there and show what I could have shown, a year earlier. It'd been more or less a year of fights being cancelled, so I was just ready, to be honest.
What was the problems with the cancellations?
The first one was COVID, I think. Yeah, the first one was COVID. The second one, I think the promotion had got lads coming over from somewhere else in Europe or something like that, and they must have got a few lads because I think something to do with their visas. I don't know whether they got declined or whatever, but they didn't end up being able to come over, so they just pulled the whole show.
Yeah. How many times are you looking to get out this year? Because you're with MTK now, aren't you? And they're quite a good management company at the minute, aren't they?
Oh, the boss, mate. Yeah, 5, 6 times. As many times they can get me out, I'll get out. That's
Yeah.
I just want to start building momentum, and then.
And what was the atmosphere like on the night with the support from St.Helens as well?
Oh, you always know when St.Helens is in the house. Like it was, yeah, it was wild. It was wild. They were the loudest in the, it was unbelievable, honestly.
Yeah. And going to your training and things like that, how did the move come about with like hooking up with Martin Murray and your corner as well?
Well, it was after. No, it wasn't. It was the Billy Joe Saunders fight. He was in camp with that, and obviously, my coaches down at Wildcard, all my amateur coaches who have moved up professional with me as well. They've all known Martin years and years and years, so they're all good mates. And someone said he wanted to get into a bit of coaching and that, and then it just went from there. After the Billy Joe fight, he started taking a few seconds down the gym. We just worked together ever since.
Yeah. And what type of advice does he give you? What was he like in the corner with you on the night?
Oh, brilliant! He's like, obviously he's been there, and he sees things that someone who sort of doesn't understand it as much as he does wouldn't see. Yeah. There's just little things, honestly. Like we're in the corner, and it's nothing. It's never ever been like we need to massively change something. It's just little slight tweaks. And to be honest with you, every time he says something, it just seems to work. So, and I trust him massively what he's saying. So, I just go by his instructions.
Yeah, it's great that. And do you get much top sparring down the wild card as well?
Yeah, well, I've had a few different sparring partners, to be fair. A lad from Terry Spencer's gym in Widnes, John. He's a top lad. Strong stocker. Bit of a puncher. Yeah, it's hard, to be fair. And then we go down VIP with Jamie Moore and that. I've sparred Akeem a couple of times. Lerone Harrison, Oliver's lad.
Sparring, yeah.
The sparring, like I love sparring. They're all good lads as well.
Yeah, and well, now you've mentioned that as well, I just want to know your thoughts on the Jack Catchell and Josh Taylor fight as well. A lot of people were shocked with the decision there, weren't they?
I was aware when it was on. I was watching it, and I don't know. Do you know what? Like, for someone who's just starting out in the game, and obviously, like I've been down the gym there, down at Ashley when Jack's been in. He's an absolute graft. There's been times where we've like done a session, and he'll grab me after the session, and we'll do a bit extra and stuff like that. But I think he couldn't have boxed any better. I don't think a lot of people were expecting it, but obviously people that knew him know how, like, he's unbelievable. And just to come out and box that well and not get the decision, it's shocking, really. It shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? People love the sport, but it's decisions like that that make you question it. Because it has a knock-on effect on his life.
Yeah.
Family and stuff like that. It's just it shouldn't happen, should it? Really?
No, it's an horrible thing to happen, and I don't know where he really goes from there, because I think Josh Taylor's going to be moving up as well. So,
to be honest, I don't know whether Josh looked him a little bit, or whether it was just a bad night at the office. We've all seen Josh do be unbelievable. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I think I don't know. Everything Jack, it was perfect. Everything he did was absolutely perfect, and it is disheartening to see when you see it. You know what I mean? Where does he go from here?
yeah.
And it's not even that. It's the moment. You know what I mean? That was his moment, and the new one and all that, and it's been taken away from him. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, obviously, Martin will know a lot about that as well, because he's had a lot of bad stuff happen to him with Martinez. I remember that one, and that was a horrible experience. Obviously, now you've turned professional, I bet it's making you think twice sometimes when you get to hear stuff like that and see stuff.
Yeah, you do. It's just like you would hate to be in the position he's in, like a lad who's worked all his life and gets there and boxes that good and still doesn't get the decision. You know what I mean? Like, you do think you obviously you think to yourself, like, that could easily just happen to me. This is happening all the time now. It seems like it's happening every week. You know what I mean? Bad decisions, and that's the last thing you want. You know what I mean? To put all that work in and not be rewarded for it.
Yeah. Just going back to you a bit, talk about your amateur career a little bit. Like, what was your record in the amateurs?
Before you ask the question now, must have got times in the head. I think I had about 30, like back end of 30s.
Yeah.
I think it could be more. It could be a little bit more. I'm not sure. I'd have to speak to my amateur coach, because, to be fair, I just used to turn up and get on with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you start at a young age, like?
I was. What happened was I was at. I've always been a football lad. Me, I've always been banging into me football. And I was on the books at Bolton Wanderers. I got dropped from there, and I don't know. Football was just like lost its shine a little bit, and then I said to me dad, I was like, fancy getting into boxing. So I think it was about 12, 11 or 12 when I first started going to the gym. But yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Who did you follow when you started watching boxing as well? Like, what type of fighters did you like watching?
I liked Ricky. I always liked Ricky Hatton, but I only really started watching boxing proper when I started doing it after a couple of years of being in the amateurs and that. probably my favourite fighter of all time is Carl Frampton. I used to love him. You know what I mean? Carl Frampton, Kell Brook, and obviously Martin. Watching Martin, following Martin, and
Yeah. Is that your plan to like do similar things to what Martin's done, like try and put St.Helens boxing back on the map as well?
yeah, that's the big one. You know what I mean? You wanna. I'm not just in sport for make the numbers up. You know what I mean? I wanna come here and have an impact on the sport and hopefully win things, and then see where we go from there.
Yeah, and obviously you're going to be doing it full time. You're not working on the side or anything. How important would you say like your sponsors are as well, starting out as a pro?
Oh, sponsors are massive, but like, you know, I couldn't train full time. You know, I couldn't put everything in. I couldn't put 100% into this if it wasn't for my sponsors. So they are absolutely massive. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I owe them a lot, to be fair, because the only reason I'm getting this opportunity really is my sponsors like allowing me to do it. You know what I mean? So.
And is your plan to stay at super featherweight, or do you think like you'll grow after that at some point?
Oh well, so my last fight, they wanted me weighing at 58 kilos. We agreed for weighing at 58 kilos, and I think the featherweight maximums, I think it's 57.1, but I ended up coming in at 57.4, and I did it quite easy. So to be honest, we're sort of looking at exploring super bantamweight maybe.
Yeah.
You know, I don't struggle to make feather at all. Just pretty easy. So maybe venture down there and see what's down there for me.
Yeah. What's your plan then in the pros? Are you just going to take your time and see how you get on and develop the rounds under your belt and things like that?
Yeah, like I'm 22 now, and like I'm still young in sport, so I'm not under pressure to be rushed. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't say I want to go slow, but I think there's a right time for certain fights, and obviously because of my age and I'm so young, I've got that advantage there where I don't have to be rushed into them fights too early. I can sort of wait till it is the right time for them fights, then progress, improve. So.
And being in the amateurs, have you noticed any things different whereas you've turned professional, like the training and dieting or anything like that?
Yeah, I think the making weight is probably a big one actually, because obviously you're in the amateurs, and obviously it's same day weight. So you know there's no sweating it out here, or you're going there dehydrated and stuff like that. And obviously in the amateurs, a fight can come in for you. Like, listen, you got to fight in 2 days. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm a lot more settled in the pros, where I get my date. You know, I know when I'm fighting. I know, where my weight has to be all the way through camp, so I'm not, knackering myself at the end or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. The other big ones, probably, obviously I've always been light, me, so and the amateurs it's a point scoring game. You know what I mean? It's a lot of the punches you see in the amateurs are just sort of like flicks and stuff like that. But the scoring shots, you know what I mean? If the knuckle part of the glove scores, whereas in the pros, if you've got a sparring partner or you're fighting someone, whatever, and you're just tapping them on top of the head, they're gonna keep coming and they'll catch you. So you've got to sort of more and put a bit more into them, a bit more snap into them.
Yeah. Are you working on like things like body shots to slow people down? Obviously Martin was good at the body work and stuff like that as well, so some tips off him.
Yeah, Martin loves the body work, loves the little cute shots inside. So yeah, we work on everything, to be but yeah, he does hammer the body because it's a massive thing in slowing people down, and you know it takes longer to recover from a body shot than it does an head shot. So
yeah. And what have you got a date in mind for when you're looking to get out again?
Yeah, 13th of May. It's at Bowlers, I think Trafford Park.
Yeah.
So yeah, just back in the gym now, ticking over, and then we'll go into proper camp probably in about a week or two.
Yeah, good stuff. And obviously you're from St.Helens like myself, and Martin didn't get the opportunity, but is it something you want to do, to fight at the Totally Wicked Stadium in the future?
Oh yeah, the noise would be it would go, it'd be mental. But yeah, I mean I've got to put myself in a position to get there first, but definitely that'd be the dream, that, wouldn't it? So
Yeah.
But like I said, it's up to me to get there first. You know, they're not going to put one on there now, so I've got to work hard and put myself in a position where they might start talking about it. They might let me do it.
Yeah. Great stuff. And what would you say you're chasing at the moment, like in the future with your first titles and stuff? What's your first goal? Would you say like a British title or something down the line?
And to be honest, anything that comes, I'm in the gym and I work hard. To be honest, I've never been one to look too far ahead. To be honest, it's more like the only thing that's on my mind now is fighting again, the next one on the 13th, and then. But whatever comes first, you know, if they want to put a Central area or English title in front of me, you know, in a couple of fights, then I'm going out for winning that. But yeah, the goal, you got to conquer domestically before you go any further. So that's got to be the first. Yeah.
And who do you look at where you like think, or down the line that you might be want to mix it with, like, because obviously if you're going to be at Super Bantam, there's some good fights there as well, isn't there? Do you look at fights and think that could be you down the line?
Yeah, definitely. It's just, to be honest, it's the same thing, you know. Like there's probably other good lads coming up now in the division. So, I mean, 2-3 years down the line, the division could look totally different. To be honest.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, anyone they put in front of me, I'm happy to go at it with. I love it. You know what I mean? So
you're looking to mix it with like similar people with records like you at early stages, like people with undefeated or winning records, or are you just going to try and learn a bit first?
to be honest, I don't make that decision. To be honest, it's like I said, I'm happy to fight anyone, but sometimes that could be a bit of a, you know what I mean, because you end up flying into fights probably sometimes too quick, where, you know, if you learn a little bit. But I'm easy. There's people around me watching me and monitoring me progress, and to be honest, they're the ones who are, if they come up to me with a beaten fighter, yeah, I'll fight him. If they come up to me with a journeyman, I'll fight him as well. So
Yeah.
if I make them decisions, because it's less stress for me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, listen, thanks for coming on, mate, and appreciate your time.
Good speaking to you, mate.
You too, mate, and good luck with whatever happens in your career as well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Cheers, mate.
Ta-ra.